the first card you have you passed is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so there's some kind of... Okay, so first of all, when you look at this and the Hanged Man, which is underneath, they're both about waiting, both about holding back. So I'm going to talk about the two of them at the same time. Okay, so I'm seeing some kind of a work thing here. This is obviously a workhorse. There's some kind of opportunity here, and I think you've already put a lot of work into getting whatever this is. I don't know whether you've done training or whatever you've done, you've really tried to work to get get this opportunity. It feels quite far ahead of you. It feels as if you're having to wait for that, or you have had. It feels quite immediate. I know this is in the past, but it feels quite immediate. So you might still be going through that wait or that struggle or whatever that is. So what I'm seeing here is it'll probably come to you a bit later than you're imagining, or it might actually be, that you see this opportunity in front of you, and then you think, oh, that's it, that's the opportunity. But the actual real opportunity is far away from that, so you have to kind of get through that to get to the next opportunity, or it might be that that's not the right one. The one that's really for you is kind of after that. Because I'm just looking at this knight, and he's holding up this coin, and he's sort of looking over the top of the coin. So he's got this coin in front of him, he's got this opportunity, he's got the money in front of him, and he's not looking directly at that, he's looking kind of over the top of that to what's beyond that. So I think your opportunity is beyond what you think is right in front of your nose, if that makes sense to you. It's some kind of job, career, something like that. This is Pentacles, obviously. Now, there is this thing coming to you. It's further down the line. I keep on seeing that. It's absolutely, definitely 100% that. It's a very stable thing. It obviously means money as well. Okay, I'm seeing books here, actual books, books with pages, real books. I don't know what that means. I'm just seeing a pile of books. So it might be studying, you might be working around books. I don't know. Something about books. It might be that you have to study a bit more to get to the actual opportunity that's down the road somewhere. It might be that. Because this is about also... the Hanged Man can be about having to sacrifice something to get what you want. So it might be that you have to do extra study. It might just be that you're sacrificing time. You have to wait for longer. And I think this is actually showing me that it probably is something that's beyond what you think is the opportunity. So you might have this opportunity in front of you, and then you might think it's that, but it's not. It's something that comes after that, which is kind of what I was seeing in the Knight of Pentacles. But this is going to be a bit of a surprise to you. There's some kind of surprise around this, because this Hanged Man has his hands behind his back, which is, about a surprise. I've got a surprise for you. So, and it's a pleasant surprise, a good surprise. So it's going to be positive. It is 100% there. You do have that opportunity coming up for you. So if you're waiting and sitting there like the Knight of Pentacles, I should say, every car's going past. I don't know what's wrong with me. I thought the retrograde was over. But yeah, if you're sitting there and waiting like this knight who's not really doing anything, you will have to wait for a bit longer for this, but it is 100% there. You will get to this opportunity in the end. Some kind of work thing, business, something like that. Okay, the other thing is, it feels really nice, but it's also slow as well. There's some change in you happening. It's a change that's in you, but I think it's coming from an outside influence. I think you're getting to know this person who's influencing you. I think it feels as if you're taking things very slowly. It feels like love to me. It feels like real love to me, actually. This is the right thing. This is what I'm getting. It's right. This is right. This person is right. If this is resonating with you, this person is right. And it's right to for this to be taking its time. I think they're the ones that might be taking their time, actually. And it might be frustrating for you because you're Sagittarius, but it's the right thing. I keep on saying, right, this is right. The person's right. The timing's right. It's all right. Now, the other thing I'm seeing here, there's a bit of, I was going to say independence, but it's more like, kind of like independence, kind of like, I'll try and explain what I'm seeing. I think when it comes to relationships with you normally, you can come across as being a bit independent. You know, some people that you've been with before, other relationships, might have been a bit worried that you weren't interested in them. Now, I think you were, and I think that there's some kind of self-sabotage, I think, that's happened in your past relationships, because I'm getting this feeling of, oh, I'm not quite good enough, I don't know. This might actually come from some abandonment that's happened in your past. It might be that someone you're in a relationship with abandoned you, and that could be really difficult to move on from. It might be something that happened when you were a child or something like that, I don't know. Or it might not be, but usually it comes from something like that. And it's kind of this, I don't feel, I'm not good enough, I feel as if I'm not good enough, I'm in this relationship and they probably don't like me, something's going to go wrong, so I'll kind of sabotage it. Now, self-sabotage obviously isn't done consciously, it's kind of done subconsciously. Well, it's not kind of, it is. It's done subconsciously. So you don't realise that you're doing this, or if you have done this in the past, you haven't realised that this is what you're doing. It's more like, I'm getting this horrible feeling and I'm just going to act on this feeling without really thinking. So if that's all in your past, excuse me, if that's all in your past, I just want to say, first of all, you don't mean to do any of this again. The other thing is, this connection here, it feels very, very different to any other connection you've had, any other love connection you've had. It feels very solid. They feel really stable, really, really solid. They're definitely taking their time, and this whole thing just feels really, really different from anything you've ever had before. And I can really feel a change, a difference. And I think if this is resonating with you, I think you're feeling that as well. They're definitely holding back because of these two cards that I'm seeing here. Now, I just want to tell you this, if you're stressed about this relationship, there's love here. There's a lot of love here. I think they love you more than you realize. Deep down, they really, really, really love you. They're holding back. And how I'm seeing this is that I'm just looking at this coin that this knight's holding up. And it's like this golden coins lighting up the whole sky and making the whole sky golden. And that's how they see you. Even though they're taking their time and they're doing that, I think they're a very cautious person, because I'm seeing a lot of stability around them. They take their time with all kinds of things in their life, not just you. But deep down, they do really love you. That's what I'm getting in those two cards. Okay, so the last card you have your past is the Knight of Swords. Okay, so yeah, this is all about sabotage again, self-sabotage. This is what I'm seeing here again. And I think this is a reminder to you to be very careful. If you do have a history of doing that in the past, whether you realize it or not, be very, very careful when you're in this relationship. I don't want to see you do the same thing here. This is a lot of love here, very, very beautiful relationship. I know that if you're doing self-sabotage, you don't realize you're doing it. Again, please don't be angry with me. I'm not saying you're doing anything wrong. I'm not blaming you. As also, it might not be for you, but this is for people who this does resonate with, obviously. If this is you, if you do start having these negative feelings of like, oh, this relationship's doomed, they don't really like me, the first thing to do is recognize that feeling. Don't just go, oh, that I feel horrible, I feel bad, I'm going to do something and get angry or mad or pick a fight or do this or that. recognize that feeling, pick it up out of yourself, say, okay, here's that feeling, I'm feeling this. Where does this come from? Does it come from feeling abandoned or rejected in this relationship, or does it come from some abandonment from my past? And what do I want to do about this feeling? What am I going to do about this? Am I going to try and work with this feeling? Am I going to try and do something about this? It's all about working out where this is coming from and making sure that you recognize what it is and that you don't actually act negatively because of that feeling that you're having. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense with someone, because someone needs to hear that. They've got a background of really kind of messing things up. I hope you're not offended by this, but messing things up kind of thing, and now they're in this new thing. It's a really beautiful thing, and this person truly loves you if this is you. So that's the message I'm seeing now. Okay, I really hope that makes sense to someone. Okay, so the first card you have your presence, the Lovers. So yeah, again, the Lovers, you have love around you. You absolutely have love around you. They love you. Now, again, there's a little bit of frustration here. It feels like I want this to be further along than it is. I think that might be coming from you, because I'm seeing this holding back coming from them. But again, I want to point out that they're very stable. If this is resonating with you, they're a very stable person. They like to take their time. Again, not just with you, with everything in their life. Everything. They plan. They're very slow. They're very steady. I'm also getting, it might be a faith-based background. It feels like faith, because this is the Garden of Eden. So maybe their family has a faith-based background. They might be quite traditional. Maybe not in terms of family setup. They're kind of a normal family in terms of that. Normal things, breakups, all kinds of things happening in their family. That's absolutely fine. But I think they have traditional beliefs. That's what I'm seeing. And some of this stability that they have inside themselves might come from that, and there's their family, church, whatever that is around that. They kind of get that from that. That's where their foundation is. Whether they believe that or not, still, I don't know, but that's where their foundation is. That's what I'm seeing. But I think most of their stability comes from inside themselves, which is really, really good to know. And that's another thing, another indication that this is a really good person to have around you. I think this is something very new for you. I don't think you've had this kind of very stable person around you before. I think in your last relationship, it really looks to me, or in one of your other relationships, maybe this is where this abandonment and this self-sabotage comes from. I don't know. But I think you had someone who was very, very difficult. I'm seeing some possessiveness there. I'm seeing some anger. I'm seeing some running away, coming back again. A bit of controlling as well. I'm seeing that, all kinds of things. And so I think you're used to having not very good relationships, let's say. And now that you're in this one, it might take you some time to actually adjust to this. So for that reason, again, I think it's a really good thing that this is actually happening really slowly. It might not feel like this is good to you, but it is a good thing that this is slow. Okay, so the other thing I'm seeing here is it's some kind of celebration. It's a little bit low-key, I think. It is your birthday time around this time, so it might be something to do with that. It feels good. It feels a little bit bittersweet, though. I'm not saying that you're going to have a bad time or anything, but there's a gap here. It's like something's missing or someone's missing. I think it is a person. There's someone you'd like to be there, and it looks like they can't be there for some reason. I'm not sure who this is. Okay, this might be someone who is on this earth and they're just not able to be there, or it could be someone who is not on this earth, because I'm seeing this love coming from above. It's kind of radiating down onto you. What I'm doing, I'm just looking at this angel at the top of this card and the sun that's behind the angel, and it's kind of radiating down. And I think that's happening to you, whether you realize that or not. And I'm just getting this message that whoever this is, they really love you, and they want to give you that very positive, very warm, loving energy. So if you do feel a gap at this, whatever this is, hopefully that will lessen that gap for you, because that's the message I'm getting now. So I hope that hasn't upset anyone or anything, but I just wanted to say what I see. So, okay, so the next card you have, your presence, the Page of Pentacles. This is really interesting, actually, because it's kind of like, because this is following on from the Knight of Pentacles, and it feels like a step down. So what I'm seeing, because you've got the Knight, and then it goes down to the Page, which is the younger version of the Knight. So I think when you start this thing, again, this opportunity is coming. You are absolutely 100% going to get this if this is what you're waiting for and working towards. Now, you're going to have some doubts because it is taking a long, long time, but it is going to happen. I'm seeing that here. The other thing I'm seeing is it's absolutely worth waiting for again. Yeah, it's worth waiting for, absolutely. Now, I have to say this, it's going to be good. It is going to be good. When you start doing this, you might start to feel a little bit doubtful after you've actually started doing this. Maybe even, you might even feel like, oh, this isn't what I wanted to do. I don't feel right. I feel really lost. I feel like this is wrong. I feel as if I'm right back to the start again, like a learner. I feel like, because this page is you can be a student, a learner, and you might feel like that. It's like, oh, I'm right back at the bottom again. I'm back at square one. This isn't what I wanted. Now, if you feel like that, the message I'm getting here is ignore that, because I think in time you're going to feel more at home, you're going to feel better, and you are going to feel as if, okay, yes, this is what I really want. I didn't feel like that at the beginning, but now I can see that it is. So ignore those feelings. I think, a few months down the line or whatever, you're going to feel really, really at home. You're going to feel really good at this place or this thing or whatever this is. But I think, in the beginning, it's going to be a bit like, you know what it feels like? It's like the first day of school. If you've ever been, a child at a new school, and you're kind of standing there on the first day, and you're like, oh, everyone has friends, everyone has their own friendship groups. I'm standing here by myself. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I'm really lost. That kind of a feeling. You're going to feel a bit like that. And And also, I'm just seeing this as well. You've got the Nine of Wands here as well. Sorry, the Knight of Wands, I should say. The Knight of Wands in your future as well. And the Knight of Wands can be very fight or flight. So, and you can be a little bit spontaneous, you're Sagittarius. So don't do fight or flight when it gets to the beginning of this thing that you're going to, this work thing, because don't say, oh, this is terrible, I'm leaving. Don't do that. Wait it out. Be more like the Knight of Pentacles. That's the message I'm getting there. This is really, really good. Okay, so the last card you have, your presence, the Fool. Okay, I'm just looking at the Sun on this card in the top right-hand corner. Now, the thing about this Sun is we can only see a quarter of the Sun. So that's another reminder to stick at this thing once you start this. Because when you start, you're only going to be able to see a quarter of the Sun, not the whole Sun, a quarter of the positivity, a quarter of the possibilities. You're not going to see the full positivity and possibilities until you go further down the line. So that's another message for you there. The other thing that's interesting about the Sun is it's a white sun, it's not a yellow sun. And if you think about white light, it can be about purity, healing, protection, all those things. So again, this is another message telling you that you do have that beautiful protection. You have this beautiful white light here protecting you, which is kind of what I was seeing in the Lovers card. It really kind of goes with that. Okay. The other thing, I don't normally say things like this, it's connected to this white light, but I don't know if this is going to make any sense, but I'm going to say this anyway, because I think someone needs to hear this message. I'm getting this feeling, it's a really strong feeling, it's not very nice, it's horrible actually. Someone is quite angry, they're quite bitter, they have very, very bitter feelings. I'm seeing a lot of bitterness here. They have bitterness towards you, they have bitterness toward something that happened, something you shared with them in the past. I don't think I don't think they're correct in this, because I'm just looking up at this Seven of Cups, which can be about delusion. So I think they might be a little bit not delusional, but they've got something wrong about this. Now, they're sending you a lot of negative energy, very, very negative energy. It feels really terrible. I don't know if this is an axe, might be, it doesn't have to be. It's really hard for me to see who this is, because it's like this big wall of bitterness and negativity. It's really horrible, really strong. Now, if you're feeling this energy coming to you, you might or you might not feel this. If you do, this is what it feels like. It almost feels like depression, the start of depression, if you've ever felt like that. Very deep, very heavy, horrible feeling in your stomach, and it kind of hits you all of a sudden. It's like, oh, I just suddenly feel horrible. I feel as if I can't do anything. I feel as if everything in my life's just terrible. Even if what you're seeing around you is fine, you suddenly feel like that, and it comes and goes. So if you've experienced anything like that, if you are experiencing that, just know that this white light, you've got this beautiful, loving protection. And it's so much stronger than that negativity. And I think that's why this is coming up here, to let you know that you do have this person looking over you, protecting you, whoever this is, and this beautiful white light coming from the sky. This negativity cannot harm you. It can't do anything to you. They're really sending you this. If you know this, you'll feel this. But the white light, the protection, is a lot stronger than that. Very strong, very, very beautiful. So I just wanted to tell you that that's what I'm seeing. You probably think I'm crazy now, but I just had to say that because that's what I was seeing. Okay, so the first card you have for your future is the Seven of Cups. Again, yes, illusions, that's what this person's doing. They've got some kind of misguided idea. They're very, very negative, and they're trying to send that low vibration energy to you. They're very bitter. Now, I'm actually getting this. Yeah, I think they're far away from you. I'm seeing a move. I think they were near you. It feels as if they lived near you, or maybe even lived with you. It feels like a closeness and then a quick separation. So someone was close to you and they quickly separated. They might have flown away as well, because I'm just looking at the clouds in this card. So if they've flown to be away from you, they're really, really far away from you. The big thing here again is you're protected, and you're rising higher than this low vibration, much, much higher than this low vibration. I'll just show you how I'm seeing this. I don't know if you'll be able to see this in this card, but if you can't, I don't want to touch the cards because I'm OCD, but I don't want to say much about that. But I'm going to take a screenshot of this card later on. I'm going to put it in my Instagram, and you'll be able to see that later, a close-up of what I'm seeing. Okay, so if you look just above this man's hand, the silhouette of a man, you can see his hand there. There's a cup just above his hand. On that cup is a skull. Now, it's like a poison chalice or something like that, something horrible like that. Now, that's the negativity. What's above this negativity is a laurel wreath, which is about positivity, victory, freedom, all those things. And that's rising high up above the negativity. So that is a big, clear indication to you that your positivity, your victory, and your vibrations are higher than these negative vibrations, and you have this protection. You're not going to be harmed. Nothing they do can harm you because you're protected. Now, if this is resonating with you, you know what this is all about. And if you do get more of those feelings of being pushed down, that horrible feeling in your stomach, that really negative feeling, try and do this. I know this is going to sound really strange, but just try this. Just say either out loud or in your head, just say victory, victory. Just keep saying it, victory, victory, victory. And when you're saying that, imagine this white light coming all through your body, giving you this beautiful clarity and protection. Keep on saying that, and the feeling should go away. If it comes back again, which it might do, keep on trying that again and again. And what happens if you do something like this after a few weeks, say 3 weeks, usually takes three days, you'll see a difference, and then 3 weeks, it should be gone. The feeling will totally be gone, and that's because you have this protection. I know that sounds absolutely crazy. I just really hope that it helps someone who needs that help. Okay. I know I sound crazy. The next card you have, your future, is the King of Swords. Again, protection. I know I keep on seeing this everywhere. You are being protected by this King of Swords. You also have this freedom. You're rising above this negativity. You're rising above this negative energy. It's all over this reading because it's a really important thing for someone to hear. Someone's sending these really negative things to you, and you are above that. You are rising above that. Beautiful protective energy. I'm seeing clouds in all these cards, so this is all coming from above. All the clouds on this card, the clouds on the Seven of Cups, the sky in the Lover's card, all of that beautiful, the sun in the Fool card. It's all showing you that you are protected from this. So please don't stress about this. You are going to be fine. Nothing can harm you. Nothing can harm you. Okay, so the last card you have, your future, is the Knight of Wands. Okay, so with this love connection, they're absolutely going to come in. They are taking your time, but eventually they are going to come. They're going to come close to you. They're going to show that love to you. They're very, very cautious. Again, I'm seeing that very, very slow. What they really want to avoid is, what their greatest fear is, I think, is what's happening in this card. I think they have had people in the past rush in and out, take away that stability from them, and they're so stable. That's the one thing they prize, is stability. So they're really making sure that that's what they have with you. Please don't take that personally. They don't think you're going to do anything to them. It's just, that's their greatest fear, and it's just taking their time to come toward you slowly to make sure they're 100% happy with what they have. Please don't take this personally. And yeah, if you do love this person, I think you're just going to have to be very patient with this person. You might not want to hear that because you are Sagittarius, but that's what I'm seeing. If you do love them, I think that's what you're going to have to do.